Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
34 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On first down, this is Geis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Bailey looking to throw on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
A look now at the Oakland offense.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
They'll have a first down past the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Rose. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. But part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back them up 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a play...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then. to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Bailey. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On 1st and 10, right, and he fires one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Back to throw is Baylor. Throwing to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Ready. 57, Mike 57. Watch the curve. Jim. Fight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
91. Ready.
Now Bailey off the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
On the double.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. They'll run with Geis. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Let's go.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ready. 50. Plant. Check. 59. All day, every day, any day.
Here's Bailey throwing on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Bailey now back to the air on 2nd down. Complete to right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Bailey. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll run on the draw. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 3, and it sets them up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Right now, from the gun, he'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Bailey on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. About 3 yards there to the 27. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Back to throw. Bailey. Wright's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Back to throw is Bailey from the gun on third down. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Bailey, operating from the gun, and he is going to go down, back at the 11-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Looking to throw. Bailey. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season is going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Right. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw is right on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's Bailey from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Geis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Come on, set. 60
Bailey now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, LeBlanc, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Right. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Push him back.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. Right. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's Wright. From the gun, he'll throw. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bailey. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 5. And the Raiders have got him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Packers 20, Raiders 6.
So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Bailey operating from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He can't get him down. And that's complete. It's Sims. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wright. Going to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rose. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Wright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next the score, Packers
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Right on third down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Right. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw is Bailey. To throw on third down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Right now, throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Back to throw. Right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is right on 3rd and 2. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Wright on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Wright to throw again. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking to throw. Right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Right from the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Right now, going to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw. Right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. To throw is right. Throwing on 4th down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus